So, a question. If you don't know the name of the hiring manager, what do you put in the dear field? How do you fill that out? How do you address the letter or cover letter? It is one of the easiest questions I can imagine. And the answer is you don't send it, because you don't send something to an applicant tracking system. You don't send something into to whom it may concern. You don't communicate with a system or with an HR department where the person opening the email is the least experienced person in the department. What you do is you find out the name of the hiring manager. It's really that simple. You reach out, you call the organization, and describe the role that you're applying for. Who's the hiring manager for that, or who runs that department? If you're at a huge organization that employs hundreds of thousands of people, you start at the head of the function. It's senior in engineering, or a CAO, a chief administrative officer, or a CFO. You start at that level, get the administrative assistant, and say, look, I understand there's a position open for such and such. Who's the person who manages that function for you? They say, well, we have to send you to human resources. Why? Why would you send me to human resources? I want to confirm that I have the right background, and I'll send the resume later, but who's the hiring manager for this? So avoid the trap of the applicant tracking system. Avoid the trap of just sending in a resume into a post office box or to the recruiter in charge of such and such. Instead, find out who the manager is. Don't know, you don't want to do it the way I suggested? Here's another way. You try and talk to the not the voice response system, but you try and talk to the person who answers the phone for the organization. Talk to them, ask questions, see if you can get it out of them. Well, I can't tell you who it is. How come? We have a policy against that. Okay, could you connect me to someone in the department? I need to talk with, and I'll use an IT example. Ask for a programmer. I understand there's a position open, you ask them. Obviously, you're not involved with hiring for it. Would you know who's the manager who runs this function? I'm not sure. It could be so-and-so or so-and-so. It could also be this person. Great. Would you know their extensions offhand? You call them. You call them and you try and talk with them. If they ask you for a resume, send a resume. But never, ever submit something through an applicant tracking system.